now. Okay, why don't you grab that? Thank you, sir.
Oh, water heater day.
It is,
We're getting close.
We are. Electric hybrid water heater.
It's my favorite.
Electric hybrid water heater. It's
my favorite.
Great. I know you specify them all the time.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of reasons for me is I don't have to vent it. We don't need a gas line. And it dehumidifies the basement.
For sure. So the way it works is pretty straightforward. On the bottom, it's a conventional electric water heater, and that means it has electrical elements like this. Standard electric elements are like 4,500 watts, and there's two of them, one here, one here. But we really don't want these on if we can help it, because it makes the electric meter spin like crazy. But they're here inside the tank as a backup. What makes it different is at the top, it has a heat pump. And a heat pump is really just a glorified air conditioner in reverse. So in normal mode, the fan is on, and it brings room air from the basement across this cooling coil right here, this refrigerant coil. Now the refrigerant coil will pick up any heat that is in the localized air. That heat gets retained into a vapor that's inside the refrigerant. It passes with a compressor, and now that compressor will compress that vapor, making it hotter. It moves down into a heat exchanger at the very bottom, and that heat exchanger wraps around the tank and gives up its heat to the tank water. So now that cold water becomes hotter. By the time it gets to the bottom, that refrigerant is cooled again. Now it comes back and the cycle repeats and just does it all day. So it's pretty cool. So as you know, anytime you have a cold refrigerant coil like this, water will form on the cold surfaces. That's called condensate. It's really the humidity that's in the air. It gets distracted, falls down off the coil, and comes out through a drain right here. Right. Now, there's a lot to love about these things. You know, it's a conventional water heater with a heat pump on top. The premium is what, like $500 more? But the utilities are really helping out a lot now.
Yeah, in our region, we'll get a $750 rebate on that.
No, that's not bad, because that actually is this thing is going to be 2 to 3 times more efficient than a conventional water heater. All right, interface for the homeowners is pretty cool right here, simple. Up and down for temperature right here. You can choose between hybrid, electric, or even vacation mode, so it's easy touchpad right
Sure. So what would be a reason for electric mode only?
You know, you had a full house of people, all the in-laws are over, you got to make sure that you deliver for pups. So this thing, I'd love to leave it right out here because you get all of this air, but where Josh has got it roughed in is in this back corner here. You can see our hot and cold distribution piping. There's a condensate drain here.
Well, we'll add louvers on this door, so that way we're pulling the air.
Nice. I want to get as much in as I can. We will have hot water in a week.
All right.